चलिए start करें. Oh, should we start? I'm so sorry. Okay. So these classes will be conducted in English. The content followed by the explanation will be in English. Correct? Should we start? Okay. Now, with today, we will be starting with our beginning classes. These are beginners classes, specifically for all those who belongs to engineering background or any other non-commerce background. So this will help you to build your concept for the next 7 days. For the next 5 days, we'll be having these classes in which I'll be taking care of your basic concept. Once you're thorough with them, then we'll move to the actual subject. I hope that is clear. Okay, this is the first demo class. Now, what do you mean by accounting? Right, there is a term accounting. What does this mean? What do you mean by the term accounting? Now, what image can you see? What does the image explains you? Money, very good. So accounting is related with money, or you can say accounting is all about money, right? So when you talk about accounting, it is all about money. It is related with money, right? So one thing that makes me clear is that in accounting, we will consider only those things which are related to or based on money. Anything that is not based on money will not have any value in accounting. Do you agree with this statement? Right? So accounting is all about money. It is related with money. Now, can I say that accounting revolves all around the money? Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now the entire content is visible. Now, when you talk about accounting, it revolves all around money. It is all related with money. It revolves all around money. It will tell us how the money related transactions are written in the diary. So when you find accounting related transactions, what are accounting related transactions? They're all those transactions that are measurable in terms of money, which are related to money. But the question is, how are you supposed to record them? How are you supposed to write down all those transactions, right, which is related with money? Is it audible now? Is it audible now? Bimita, Monica, Parmita. Parmita, please relog in once if you could hear me. Okay, now moving ahead. So what do you mean by this statement? It teaches us how to record the money related transaction, how to write down the money related transaction. For example, what is a money related transaction? For example, if I say that what we have done, my manager appreciates me. Is this an accounting transaction? Think about it. Is it an accounting related transaction? Which among the following is an accounting transaction? One or two? It is the second one, right? So if your manager is appreciating you and giving you a bonus of rupees 5,000, this is related with money, right? So this is an accounting transaction. Now the question is, how are we going to write it down is taught in account. Is it clear? Now why are we writing all these things? Why are we writing all these things? So that we can find out exactly what is the profit and loss of our business, right? So whatever is our profit or loss, that is something we'll be able to find out with the help of accounting. That is basically the criteria. I hope this is clear. Please drop a mail to support in that case, Parmita. Now, all the business that are run, that are running all over the world, the main objective of them is to earn profit and loss. The objectives of the business is what? To find out whether with the whole activity that they have done, whether it resulted in profit or loss. So if you're not writing down the each and everything that is happening in business related to money, will you be able to find out the profit or loss? No. So first thing is, accounting revolves all around the money. It teaches us how we have to write these transactions so that we can find out the profit and loss of the business. I hope this is clear. Right? Moving ahead. Meaning of accounting. Now, exactly what is the meaning of accounting? How is it defined? So, accounting, what do you think? Is it an activity, one time thing, or is it or is it a whole process? What is accounting? Is it a one time activity, or is it a complete process that we'll keep doing during the year? Very good, very good. So accounting is what? It is a process that we will be doing year by year. It's a whole process, not a one time thing. We'll be doing this every year, every day, every hour. Correct? Now, this process is systematic or unsystematic. Accounting as a process is systematic or unsystematic. What do you think? Is it a systematic process or is it an unsystematic process? It is a systematic process, right? A systematic process where you will record everything in chronological order. What do you mean by chronological order? That is date wise. Chronology, that is according to the date or sequence. Correct? So chronological order means sequence. You'll be recording each and every transaction in a proper sequence. So one thing is, it is a process, it is a systematic process where you will be recording the data as per the chronology. That is the order of the occurrence. Then, will you be recording all transaction or business transaction? Now, what do you mean by all transaction? Now, let me take an example. We all are well aware uh, about Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Reliance, right? Now, let's say, will Reliance record marriage of Mukesh Ambani's son? The expenses that were incurred, right, in the wedding, will it be recorded in the business Reliance as business expense? It will not be. So that means we are not going to record all the transactions. The personal transactions will not be recorded. Only what would be recorded? Business transaction. Yes or no? Correct. So we will be only recording business transactions. Correct. Then, monetary or non-monetary? Monetary or non-monetary? Monetary. What do you mean by monetary? Related with inflow or outflow of money. Where the fund will come in the business or it will go out of the business, right? It could be cash, it could be bank, but there is inflow or outflow of money, right? All those transactions which can be valued in terms of money, right? That we will record. Okay. So if we frame this definition all together, so accounting is what? Process or activity? It is a process which is systematic or unsystematic. Systematic, where you will be recording what? All transaction or business transaction? Business transaction, which are monetary or non-monetary? Which are monetary in nature. Yes or no? Is this part clear? The definition. Is this clear? Everyone? So how many of you are from non-commerce background? So is it clear to you? Specifically asking to all those who are not from the commerce background. Is it clear to you? What is accounting? It is not a one-time activity, rather it is a well-structured process where you will be recording business transaction in a systematic order. What do I mean by systematic? Chronological, according to the date All the transaction? No. The business transaction, which are measurable in terms of money. Correct? Now, if I ask you a few examples, ill health of CEO, will we record this? Death of an employee, will we record this? No. Interest received from bank, yes or no? We'll record this. I hope now it is clear. Okay, moving ahead. Now, what are the benefits of recording? What is the advantage you will get if you are recording this? What are the benefits of recording it? Number one, can I say that you will not have to remember anything? If you're recording it as per the date, as per the sequence, the concept of memorizing each and every transaction, will that be over? Yes or no? You don't have to remember. Why? Because you're writing everything. And is it possible? What do you think? How many transactions will takes place in a business? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4 in an entire year? The more than lakhs of transactions that are that takes place. Is it possible for a human being to remember all of them? No. And if you don't remember all of them, the possibility is whatever profit or loss you're showing in your business is incorrect. Right? So it is your fundamental duty to show the correct profit and loss. And for that, you'll have to record the transaction day by day, hour by hour, or whatever their occurrences. So the thing is, the best thing is that you don't have to remember each and every transaction if you're recording it systematically. Then, if you're recording it systematically, the chances of error will reduce or will minimize. Correct? Then, it will help us to ascertain the profit and loss. Yes or no? With the help of accounting, if you're recording each and every, because see, why are we doing business? All of us are doing business in order to earn a profit and loss. Correct? Why do you deposit the money? Because you'll give them as loan to other people. The difference will be the profit for the bank. Correct? So whether bank has earned finally profit or loss, we need to ascertain it. And that would be done if you're recording them properly. Correct? And with the help of this, we'll be able to make decision, rather a better decision. If you are aware of the position of the business, transaction of the business, it would be easy for you to take this decision. Correct? Next one. Now, when you start your business, right, there are certain basic assumption that you have to make. Rather, you will, after 10 minutes, you'll find that business or accounting that you're recording the transaction that are taking place in the business is all about assumptions. What is assumptions? You can do that at the end of the class. Shanku. So there are two ways. You can type your question if you have any doubt. The other way is at the end of the session, I will open your mic and you can ask. In the middle of the class, you cannot talk with me because that will be very disturbing for everyone. So in case you have a doubt, you can type it, right? Or if you want to talk only, in that case, we can go at the last of the, the last 10 minutes, I can take the calls. So what is an assumption? Assumption is something that you assume. You think about it. Okay, if this is there, then what we will do. So what is the first assumption that we do in our business? So if I talk about SBI, if I talk about Reliance, if I talk about Union Bank, any bank for that matter, or PNB if I talk about. So Reliance is known by the name of the organization, or what do you say? You say it is Mukesh Ambani's company, or you say Reliance. What do you say? Let's say if you take a Jio's connection, what do you say? I took a connection from Mukesh Ambani's company, or you say I have Reliance Jio. That means, can I say that Reliance has its own identity? As Mukesh Ambani has its own identity, Reliance has its own identity. And Reliance's own identity is different from Mukesh Ambani's identity. Can we say that? Can I say that? Can I say that Reliance has its own identity, which is separate from Mukesh Ambani? Now, Reliance is the name, correct? Mukesh Ambani is also the name. You and me, we have a name, correct? What is a name? Name is given to whom? To a person. Name is given to whom? To person. SBI has its own name. PNB has its own name. Correct. Now, a person, when you talk about Mukesh Ambani, can I say he's a natural person? And can I say that Reliance is an artificial person, because we know it's not a natural human being, doesn't has a brain to think. Correct. So Reliance is what? It is an artificial person. What about Mukesh Ambani? Is it he's a natural person? Correct. Yes or no? Now you say, what are we doing? We are considering Reliance to be a person. Don't you think that's an assumption? Yes or no? So that means, what are we doing? We are assuming Reliance to be an artificial person. Correct? And from here, the accounting starts. Accounting is not possible if you don't consider Reliance to be an artificial person. If you do not consider Reliance as an entity, you'll never be able to do the accounting. Why? Because then you will be recording the personal transaction as well. If you consider it to be as a Mukesh Ambani's company, you will be recording both the transaction. But what you are saying is Reliance is different from Mukesh Ambani, and that is the reason we are recording all the transactions only related to Reliance. Is that part clear? Is this point clear to everyone? Can I proceed? So the business starts with some fundamental assumption that we have to make in the business, right? The first assumption being business entity concept. What does the business entity concept says? That organization and owner are different. That both the organization as well as the owner, they are different from each other, right? Congratulations, Kunal sir. That's really nice. So organization and owner are two different things. You could see this. Both are different, and both of them have their own identity. Is this point clear to everyone? Could you just quickly tell me in the chat once? And that is the reason you will not be recording personal transactions. Rather, you will be only recording all those transactions which are related to the business entity. Correct? Right. So what is a business entity concept? It says organization and owner are two different things. It is also called as accounting entity. This is, when I'm writing this in short, this is accounting entity concept. Sorry. Also called as separate entity concept. Is it clear? Called as accounting entity concept, also called as separate entity concept. Right? Next one. Money measurement concept. What does money measurement concept says? Only those transactions will be recorded which are related to money. So we are assuming here again that there are both the types of transactions that are there in the business, some which are related with money and some which are not related to money. And in business, we are only going to record those transactions which are related to money. The one which has no relation, right, or are non-financial in nature, we will not be recording them. I hope that is clear. So we'll be only recording that transaction which is related to money. That point is clear? Correct? Moving ahead. Going concern concept. Now, how many of you have ever actually thought that my bank will not go, after 5 years or 6 years, or my bank would close after 2 years? Have you ever thought that? And we cannot, we are working in these organizations and we want them to go on forever, right? We want them to go on forever, that these businesses should run. They should keep on going, whatever the circumstances are, but it should keep running. That's what the concept is. Again, when you start a business, you don't start thinking that my business will not survive for will not survive for many years. Rather, the assumption when you are starting in your business is that my business will go on forever. Right? It is not going to get impacted by the life or death of anyone. Yes or no? Now, for example, we all know respected late Dhirubhai Ambani ji, right? Unfortunately, he died, but his death never impacted the Reliance monetarily in terms of transaction. The organization, it goes on. It is never impacted by the birth or the death of any owner. You getting my point? So our organization is a going concern. It will go on forever, right? And why it will go on forever? Because it has its identity separate from its owner. So the death or the birth of any founder or the owner is not going to impact the organization. Yes or no? So how many of you are crystal clear till here? Suchita ma'am, think about it. But will it be impacted? The business is not run by the owners. It's taken care by the board of directors. Correct? There are board of directors in the organization. Your organization will go on forever. They'll get a new owner. Now, intelligence, is it measurable in terms of money? Accounting is all about money. Yes or no? Can you measure the intelligence of a person? Think about it. Can you give a value to it? No. Right? Existence of the company. We are not talking about the profit or loss of the company. We're talking about the existence of the company. Will it put a question mark on the existence of the company? Will the company close? Right? That's what we are talking about. Right? So the going concern concept says that your organization will go on forever, right? Uh, Years and years and years. Correct? Next one. Accounting period concept. Now think about this. When you say going concern, your organization is going on. It's like 50 years, it's going on and on and on. But don't you think you have to measure the output of your organization? How are you going to do things better? How will you analyze that you have done better or not? For that, you'll have to go through, what will you have to do? You will have to divide the life of your business into smaller units. So that what you can do, you can measure the result, you can compare the result of year 1 with 2, with 3, with 4, with 5 and 6 and so on. So accounting period concept says that in order to measure the output, the performance of your business, you will have to divide your organization's entire life into smaller duration of 12 months, so that you can compare your results and take informed decision accordingly. So the organization will go on forever, but in order to measure the result and output and to take an informed decision, what you're supposed to do, you will break your organization's life into smaller duration, smaller unit, which is called, which is 12 months. And these 12 months or 1 year is called as accounting year or financial year. And it starts from 1st of April and ends as on 31st March. Is this clear? Everyone? Any doubt till here? Now, we'll see some questions. Which of the following will not be recorded in the books of account? Sale of goods, quality of staff, payment of salary, purchase of goods. So the quality of staff, is it measurable? No. Sale of goods, yes, amount is there. Then payment of salary, yes, amount is there. Then purchase of good, amount is there, but quality cannot be measurable. Correct answer would be option number B. Then the basic function of financial accounting is to record the business transaction, interpret the data, assess the management. None of these. What is the basic function? Very basic function. It is to record the transactions. Correct? Next one. Which of the following is not a business transaction? Purchase of goods for resale amounted to rupees 50,000. Paid salaries and wages amounted to rupees 10,000. Paid rent for office premises rupees 4,000. Purchased LCD for personal use. Which among the following is not a business transaction? No, it is not related to business. Rather, it is your personal transaction. Very good. It is D. That is, you are purchasing an LCD for personal use. This will never be recorded in your business. It will be your personal transaction. Correct? Next. Okay. So for the day, we have 3 questions. Now, again, let me explain you the objective of these classes. These classes are not related to your AFB. Rather, it is more related for accounting part. So, there are certain candidates who are commerce background candidate. They've read all these things. They have basic idea of it. And if they've not, they've read it in 11th. But, once they're revising, they will be into it. But there are many candidates who are reading it for the very first time. So our basic intention is that we've introduced this for the very first time with the intention to clear your concept thoroughly. Yeah, I will repeat the question number 2. So in order to assist you or help you for the better understanding, these are beginners classes. You won't find them in the module, correct? The module classes will start from next Monday. So we will be taking care of your basic concepts, which will help you for the better understanding of your main subject. I hope this is clear. Do you think this was a useful class today? Basic means first step. So if you're not recording a transaction, you'll never be able to interpret it. You're getting my point. Whose question it was? Just 1 minute. Shravan. right? You will not be able to interpret unless and until you record it, right? That is a basic step, first step. All of these are correct, but is they asking for the first step. The first step is recording. So you had a clear understanding of the concept? Yes, yes, it is only for the purpose of understanding. The actual classes of your syllabus would start from the next Monday. These are beginners classes. You'll find also the name as beginners classes. So our topic tomorrow, right? It will be related with what? It would be again a second class, and it will be related with what is the first step, how do we record, and so on. So these will go on for 5 days. There are total 5 beginners classes, right? Now, if you're new, because it's a demo class also, so if someone wants to enroll in this, and let me also tell you how you can find the other information. So what you have to do, you are provided with ebooks and e-content. So what you have to do, you have to visit adda247.com, right? Adda247.com, click on JAIIB, CAIIB and JAIIB November, December English medium area. Now you will find this batch started today, 4th, right? You will click on it, right? And see, when you will click on live classes, you will find the schedule of all your live classes, right? So like all the live classes will be available over here. So this is one video because all I don't have the access, so I will not be able to show you. Your classes will be shown over here. Here you have test series, topic wise, right? And here are the ebooks of each. So JIB, AFB ebooks. Well, this is the first thing that that will be the first topic. When you click over it, you'll find the questions as well. So ebooks will be provided, followed by content. Now, in order to enroll these classes, you'll find the recorded videos of it after or within 24 hours. So if you want to enroll, someone who has not enrolled yet and wants to enroll for it, the process is that you click on it, you'll find here there is a 75% discount. You can use the code Y183 so that you get a discount of 78%. Try to purchase it from the app so that you get maximum discount. And in order to enroll, what you have to do, you have to use the code Y183 and you'll have to click on apply. Once you do this, you'll find the price will come down to 3679 when you're using the code Y183, right? You'll find the entire schedule. So quickly enroll in the batch. All those who have not enrolled, tomorrow at the same time, that is at 8 p.m. we'll start with our class. Correct? So thank you for watching this session, and tomorrow again we'll meet and we'll start the second part of it at 8 p.m. Right? Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you.